In this video, I will talk about the very common problem when every aspirant face in their life. When they knows that if they are preparing for any competition exam, that time many of time they feel that they make a goal setting, they make to-do list, but along the time they realize that they cannot be complete the to-do list. They failed again and again, and they got the more backlogs in their comparison journey. And when you have more backlog in their comparison journey, that time definitely you have more insecurity. Okay, what you clear the exam, yeah, you don't clear the exam, and you goes in the vicious cycle where you are constantly thinking about that. Okay, what will happen if I cannot my cover my whole backlogs, and how I will cover my whole backlog, and these type of cycles again and again round in your mind. The second problem is that okay, when we put our 100% in the direction of the exam and we study a lot, but along the time we realize that okay, we will not clear the phase first. We failed in the pre. That time we also don't know after that how we can make our goal setting, how we can do our goal setting. Because when you failed in IIT, Neet, UPSC, SSC and other competition exam, that time definitely first time you failed, but now you don't know how to be bounce back, because that time your motivation confidence all us goes in the down, and you don't know literally what to do. And in the first, I will talk how you can clear your own backlog so that you will feel the more confidence end of the month. If you have more backlogs that time, definitely maybe you have the overcommitment with yourself. What's mean by that? When we knows that okay, we want to do this, but along the time we realize that okay, we have the less time, so we try to hurry up. Just suppose that okay, if my possibility, yeah, my capability is complete the task 5 in a day, but when we are in the hurry of, when we see up around ourselves, when the any person is doing the 10, 12 tasks a day, that time we have insecurity. What, they are doing 10, 12 tasks a day and I cannot clear 6, 7, how I can compete with them? And along the time when you again and again see these type of persons who are excellent, who do the best, that time definitely your mind going divert and you put the more and more tasks in your to-do list, and along the time you realize that you don't have the much time to complete all the backlogs, yeah, all the targets whatever you decided for a day. But that is not problem. The problem is when you over commitment with yourself. Okay, you want to cover this, you want to cover this, you want to cover this, but end of the day you realize that you don't have the proper time. Let's suppose you have decided you want to clear 6 lectures of the videos, and that time one video approach 2 hours, that time definitely you invest your 12 hour. And if I say that if you complete any video, that time definitely you want the 30 minute minimum to make your proper notes to revise the things. That time you goes along the 3 hours. So you 15 hour only take the lectures, and what you think that you don't do other stuff in your competition journey? We have to revise the previous, we have to do something others, we have to practice and other things also happens, but we don't consider when we make the to-do list. And that is the big reasons we have much of backlogs, and after we be completing the backlog, if we don't have any type of backlog, but definitely that time we also face that we don't know everything, we have forget all the things. And when we make our to-do list, that time definitely we cannot prioritize which topic is important, which work is important for me, and what you can do and how you can. First the question is that how you can be make which task, how many tasks is relevant for you. Just suppose if I say that you need complete along at most 7 to 8 tasks a day, but your capability is not to complete 8 or 6 tasks a day. That how you can figure out how many topic, how many tasks you can be have so that you complete all the tasks? How many numbers? First you figure out that number. Okay, how many tasks I am capable for that. Then how what can you do that first time. Then the I give the 7-day experiment with your life, because every person have the different capability, have the different IQ, and have the different circumstances of their life. So I cannot say that X amount of task is relevant for you. Now you figure out how many tasks you have, yeah, you want to cover to make your to-do list effective. Follow 3 days, 7 tasks in your to-do list, and if you complete end of the day and your average is coming around 6 to 7, that time definitely you can say that okay, your capability is doing the 7. You can complete 7 tasks in a day. Another 3 day you follows the 8 tasks, yeah, 9 tasks, and along the time 3 days you follow the 8 or 9 days, and end of the day you realize that okay, how many complete your task that time. Put out the what is the average of 3 days, and when you get the 3 days average, and if their average is around to 8 to 9, that time definitely your capability is more higher. But that time you also average is coming 6 to 7, that time you have to consider that in the right conditions, in the presence, your capability is complete the 6 to 7 tasks a day. And when you know that your capability is 6 to 7 that time, and now whenever you make the to-do list, that time definitely add at least 8 tasks a day. What? Yes, because your ability to complete 7 or 6 to 7 tasks, but if you push yourself in the next level, that is definitely you increasing. So you increase a one step more, you make the 8 tasks in your to-do list, so that you will be knowing that that is my all task I have to do. And second thing came that time, now you arrange the descending order according to your priority. Which topic is priority for yourself? First, if you want my priority is to complete backlog, that time dedicate your more time into the backlog covering. And if you think that cannot, I want the more revision session, that time definitely you can put your effective time into the revision time. Your first priority is revision time, and you prioritize all the topics. First topic I have to do, second topic I have to do, third topic I have to do, and it goes like this. And when you know that when you start, first do the most priority works, and other come less. And if the end of the day, if you miss any 1 or 2 days, that then definitely they are not much effective, because they are the less in the priority hierarchy. And if you follow that these, that definitely you can cover your old backlogs, you can do the effective revisions, and you will be get the more confidence, so that you will be happy if you can do this. Definitely your now your possibility of competition complete the exam, that is much higher. And now I talk about those who are study a lot in the competition exam, but they failed. When we put 100% efforts on the direction, when we think that if I put my 100%, that then definitely if I will be passed. But when you feel that you put your 100% and you feel failed, if you cannot clear your pre, that time the mental trauma is the extreme. That time you have a two type of choice. First is the vicious cycle, and second is the improvement cycle. What is the vicious cycle? The vicious cycle is when you feel that you failed in exam, that time now your brains want the more dopamines, and along the one more dopamine, now you do the unproductive work, you watch the multiple videos, because you want the more dopamine in your life. And that time your mind is not in your control, because you feel that okay, I put 100% on the direction, that and definitely you cut out from all the distraction, you don't use no social media and other things. That time when you failed, that time this all your inners, whatever you are trying to suppress, that along the time they are all boom. And that time you watch the more YouTube videos, you can watch the multiple web series back to backs, and you play the online game multiple times. And the ironically thing is that when you goes in the quota that time, definitely there are the multiple coaching center in every state, and along the time there are the many video game centers when you can play the online game. There are the multiples, because they knows that when their aspirant fail that time, definitely that time the person needs the more dopamine. And how we can get, and how they get the dopamine, say they opens this game studio, so the people are coming and play the game 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and they get earn the money. That is the second portion. And why the every aspirant needs the social media, because now you feel okay, now they don't have any type of hope, now they completely demotivated, so they watch their want the killing their times, they are more guilty about themselves. And that time they don't realize that okay, why you start your preparations. If you have the strong why, that time definitely you don't go, yeah, you don't stuck the much time in the vicious cycle. And if you don't realize that how much important your time is, that then definitely you constantly goes in the vicious cycle. I literally see the many of the aspirants who are preparing for the NEET, but after when they don't clear the need in the first attempt, that are definitely many of students are only playing the video games and the PUBG and Free Fire a lot of time, around 10 and 12 hours a day they play the Free Fire, PUBG, because they don't know how to rid of from this the vicious cycle. And the second people's, there are your choice is you can choose the improvement sessions. It's mean you can learn the new skill, you can work your on your what is the weak portions, you can be study in, and you can analyze yourself how you can improve yourself. Fail in any exam, that time definitely if you 1 year 2 months in between, if you make any type of goal list, that time definitely they doesn't be work. Literally I also feel that if you make in that period of time any goal setting you did, that definitely it doesn't be worth it, it is a go in the win completely. Because on that particular situation you don't have the right mentality how to think, that you don't know how to introspect, you don't know how to make a good goal setting. That is very important. When you start with that, that definitely your first priority is that what you want end of the month, end of the year. That time first you prioritize that, and after you will go the downside, and you will make your plans according to the month. And now when you go downside, that time definitely the 1 month 9 6 2 1, and then you come onto the 1 day and 1 week. That time whatever this type of, if you make your plan, that time definitely your success ratio is more higher.